Hello and welcome to another Mugmen Custom Showcase, where today we're going to be taking a look at my Spider-Man Unlimited Classic suit, I guess? I don't know what to call it. It's the suit he wore before he went to Counter-Earth, alright? Alright, we'll just call it the Classic suit. I really don't know what to call it, but he does look really cool, though. So this guy started out life as a bootleg, like, Pizza Spidey and, like, what, Power Rangers figure? Like, it's the usual kind of thing I do. So originally it was like the Silver Ranger, because I wanted to use his head for a different custom, and then, well, put on like the Renew Your Vow style arms from a bootleg animated series Spidey. You know me, I like to scrounge and reuse parts. Put it together and made this guy. Alright, so matching paints on this guy was kind of difficult. Like the bootleg Pizza Spidey has a closer red to I guess the paint I have, but then, painting on the silver and then painting on black, and also getting muddled and mixed together, as you can see on the chest, it's kind of okay, it's very muddy actually, and kind of on the logo as well. Maybe I should go back over this before showing it off or something. You know, like a professional. I mean, originally I was just going to paint this guy red and black, but then I was like, I want the blue highlights. So I took one of these Crayola, like, metallic paint markers. They're allegedly for, like, painting rocks. And I just colored in some, blue sections. Mainly trying to follow, like, his muscles, or these places where I would have expected to see it on the show, like on his sides. Because there's always, like, an outline, kind of, Had a pretty cool looking Spidey. So, of course, as far as accessories go, lucky for me, that bootleg came with all the things you need. We've got whipping hands that are hard to get in and out, wall crawling hands that you already saw, and fisted hands. And of course, they're in pairs. Thankfully, because Hasbro's not even doing that half the time. See that? Those new like MCU and like No Way Home Spider-Man figures, missing hands they should have. That is ridiculous, especially for the price point where they're closer and closer to $30. Like, forget that, man. Forget that. See, I can get in some pretty cool poses, courtesy of that articulation. But also, he also has two alternate heads. We have the half-masked head, which is great for reenacting that, like, one part where he's talking about how him and Mary Jane were watching a baseball game. He has something about a 3 hot dog night. And then, of course, a Peter Parker head. Trying my best to kind of sort of make it like the series, but also didn't exactly get the hair sculpting right, or really the color. I don't know, his hair is actually more of like a golden brown in the show, but he usually has like a darker brown hair in the comics. I don't know, man. Maybe I'll go back and try to fix the sculpt and repaint it. I don't know. Expect a version 2.0 of this head eventually. Oh, yeah, that is pretty cool. That is really cool looking. Alright, this is probably one of my cooler customs. Like right now, like you can barely see the blue, and then you're gonna like take a flashlight and then shine some light, and then there's the blue. And that looks fucking awesome. Alright, so going over articulation, head goes this far up, this far down, a tiny bit of neck pivot, and of course, full rotation, which I feel like I always forget to mention, but kind of goes without saying until it doesn't. Shoulders go in this far, back this far, full rotation. Bicep goes that far up, bicep swivel, full 360. These are bootleg arms, but double jointed elbows, and they're about as double jointy as the Sunfire. I don't know. They're supposed to be the Renew Your Vows arms because it's like the animated series Spidey, right? I feel like it has just slightly less range of motion, but still better than like the Sunfire arms. Full rotation at the wrist and wrist hinge. Normal stuff you come to expect on a Marvel Legend. Diaphragm joint goes this far forward and this far back. Ab crunch goes this far forward without the diaphragm, and this far back without the diaphragm. With diaphragm this far back and this far forward. So pretty good degree. Of course, rotation at the diaphragm and diaphragm pivoting because diaphragm joint. Thighs go that far. Actually, it's got those drop down hips, so you'd think they'd go a little farther to the side, right? But I guess it's kind of loose, which is weird because this is an official figure. At least the Power Ranger is. Legs kick out that far. Go back this far. Thigh rotation. Double jointed knees. action swivel, which you know me, you know the freakouts. It's always missing. Ankle rocker goes this far down, this far up, which is pretty good, and Hasbro's Stylin' ankle pivot. Yeah, all in all, I think it's a pretty cool custom, guys. Tried my best to make it look like the show, including this really weird look and logo, and did my best with the back logo, but I've debatably done better, but also not my worst work. My worst work got painted over and you never even see. So if you'll excuse this Spidey, he's got to go get framed for murdering Captain John Jameson, who's revealed to be alive like a week after he dies or whatever, or really a day after, and save a fireman's life who then lies and said that Spider-Man was trying to kill him. Yeah, fuck that fireman. Fuck that one fireman. Spidey shouldn't have saved his ass. Also, look at how posable this guy is with all this articulation. It's fucking awesome. Check that out. That is some cool stuff. It is some cool stuff, man. I like this. I like this a lot. Oh my god. And just when I was talking about how much I like this happens. Wow. That just broke. That was on camera. Wow. And, okay, well, I expected this, because this has not been staying in too well. Gotta fix that, but wow. The double joint just broke. Right there. That's amazing. My life's work. Right when I was showing it off, something bad happens. Well, that's it. I quit. 10 years on YouTube, all for nothing. Bye. So I am either going to try my best to fix this somehow, or I'm gonna go trade up some legs and have to redo a lot of this. Regardless, I hope you guys enjoyed, because right now I'm not having a good day with my really cool custom breaking on camera right there. I mean, I can be really careful with some super glue and try that, but that's probably that is the least likely option. But I'll think of something. I will think of something, whether it's this or something else. Something you would never have even seen before. Alright, so long. Yep, there, I did it. I fixed it. I gotta, fix it up now, but it's fixed. So don't you guys worry and start crying for me in the comments section. Though I do appreciate the thought. Now, if you excuse me, I cut myself when using a nail to go do this. I'm gonna go rinse this off. Love you all. Happy 2024. Let me go upload a crap ton of videos because I haven't in 4 freaking months. Oh no, spoilers. And I did kind of paint it a closer brown, but didn't resculpt.